Today I messed up and bought a jacket from the thrift store. So first off, I'm still not sure how bad I messed up, feels like I did though. Hopefully you all can help me figure it out. Alright, so today I went to a local clothing resale shop. I went looking for shoes but didn't find any, so I ended up browsing around. I found a jacket I liked with an unfamiliar logo. I asked a friend I was with if he knew what it was. He said it was a lawyer firm or something. I ended up buying it and threw it on after I left the store. I did some more shopping, then went to a friend's house for a few beers. When I got to my friend's house, a few people noticed the jacket and commented on it, saying it was a Freemasons logo. I don't consider myself a very well-informed person, especially when it comes to history and shit. Anyways, I have heard the term Freemasons a lot but have no idea what the fuck it is, still don't. One friend told me it might not be a good idea to wear out, but when I asked why and what it was, he wasn't able to say. Just that it's a secret club and people might get weird or something. So I wore it out and we ended up at the casino. I was there for an hour or so when we decided it was a good time to leave, lost all our monies. I was standing in line to cash out my chips when a man in front of me turned around and said, "Is that a Freemasons jacket?" I told him I believe so. I bought it from the thrift store earlier. Not sure if this is relevant, but the man asking me was black. He told me his uncle is a Freemason and if I'm not a part of it, people might get the wrong idea and would have a problem with me. Then he told me to take it off. Some old-ass white lady was in front of me in line and started cussing at him and started being very racist. They exchanged for a bit, then he walked off. I was very confused and just generally like, what the fuck is happening here? Then in the midst of all this, some dude, white, tapped me on the shoulder and asked where I got the jacket. I told him the thrift store. He told me I shouldn't be wearing it and I should sell it to him. He offered me $50. I got it for 20. I told him he can just have it, it's causing me a ruckus. I gave him the jacket and he handed me a $25 chip. I cashed it out and got the fuck away from there. A guy who witnessed the whole thing told me the Freemasons have racist undertones. I found the man who called me out later on and apologized if I offended him. I explained myself and apologized for the old racist white lady's behavior too. Anyways, I'm still baffled by the whole situation. No one I've talked to has been able to explain to me who the Freemasons are and what they're about. I hope they're not racist. I feel weird about wearing the jacket around for so long. Hopefully it wasn't that big of a deal. Too long. Didn't read. I bought a jacket from the thrift store that, unbeknownst to me, had a Freemasons logo on it. I wore it to the casino and people got weird about me wearing it. Today I messed up by accidentally leaving my skirt tucked in behind the elastic and then strolling through town in my underwear. I bought a new black skirt and it was a beauty. It had 2 layers, one very sheer and the other basic black underneath. It was short, and I remember thinking not bad when I judged myself in the mirror that morning. In all honesty, I thought I looked pretty hot, and after a quick stop to the bathroom I left home feeling confident in my new outfit. My confidence was fortified when several cars honked at me as I crossed the street in front of my house. I thought nothing of it. After all, this was Amsterdam. Catcalling wasn't exactly a scarce occurrence. If anything, my spine straightened a bit. I took a tram, got out and started walking across Dam Square, which was crowded as ever. People smiled at me as I passed by and I, practically radiating, smiled back. I figured all these other people were having as good a day as I was having. I'd almost arrived at my destination when I felt a surprisingly cool wind stroke my behind. Ooh, that's cold, I thought. And then, with a mild shock, perhaps even a bit too cold? This is when I reached around and found that the black skirt that was supposed to be underneath the sheer one had been firmly tucked in behind the elastic band around my waist, leaving my behind completely exposed. Now, to make matters worse, it had been that time of the month. I don't know about you other ladies out there, but I generally stick to wearing my most hideous, could possibly be used as a tent underwear during my period. That particular morning, my choice had fallen on a pair of absolutely gigantic, granny-worthy white knickers. For the past 30 minutes I had, essentially, strutted around the city, head held high, radiant in confidence, in my white granny underwear. No further strutting was done that day. I'll admit, this did not happen today too long. Didn't read. My skirt was stuck behind the elastic in the back, leaving me to show my behind to the world. I noticed it very late and mistakenly interpreted the commotion I caused as positive attention and flattery. Today I messed up by going through my dead dad's phone. This is my first post ever, so I apologize for the formatting as I'm on mobile. This also just happened today, lol. My dad died last week of cancer, and my sister and I have been getting through this tough week with videos of him that he had on his phone. My sister came down to where I live. We live about an hour away from each other, and she brought his phone down so we could go through it and find any funny, nice videos and pictures that we wanted to send to ourselves that we could keep. I want to make it clear that I made my sister verify and take a look to make sure there wasn't any intimate pictures and videos, and she said that she scrolled quickly through and made sure that there wasn't anything like that. So here we are going through each and every video just laughing away because my dad was just one of those guys who was hilarious. We get to a video where it's about 5 minutes long and starts off pitch black. It takes us a minute to realize what is going on. My dad is doing the 5-knuckle shuffle and my sister starts laughing hysterically and I start screaming and instantly gagging. Moral of the story is don't go through your parents' things if you are not ready to be scarred for the rest of your life. Too long. Didn't read. Today I messed up by going through my dead dad's phone and finding an intimate video of himself.